This is part 1 of 2 honeymoon videos that I have. Jake and I just got back from 16 days of honeymooning in Belgium and the Netherlands. This video is just going to be Belgium. We spent 2 nights in Bruges and 4 nights in Antwerp and had a lot of fun, so there's a lot of footage and another whole video to come with even more footage of our time in the Netherlands. The last leg of our train ride to Bruges was so packed that Jake and I ended up sitting on the floor. But once we got to Bruges, we kind of understood the hype and why there were so many people going there. It was super gorgeous. They have horses pulling carriages all over town and then little canals all over. One of the first things we did was go on a little canal cruise.
Welkom aan boord, dames en heren. We maken
The boats were pretty small and close to the water already, but there were still a few times that the captain had us all duck so that nobody hit their heads against a bridge. After that, we did our first beer tasting. We did a beer flight at the 2B brewery. We did a local flight of beers, and they were all pretty good. Beer? What do you think? First beer? A little watery. And then we got some fries for dinner. Jake's had Flemish stew, and I did classic with just mayo and ketchup. After dinner, we went on a walk. Bruges has 4 windmills on the edge of town, so we went up to see them.
Oh, I'm dying. It's the altitude.
The next morning, we went to see the windmills again on a walk, and then on our boat tour the day before, we'd seen swans building nests, and we wanted to get a closer look, so we checked that out as well. Oh, that's a good stick. Next, we visited the Beguines. The Beguines are an area where religious women who wanted to live a more humble life started living in the 13th century. As of the 20th century, I believe Benedictine monks live in this area. In the afternoon, we shifted gears and began our food tour of Bruges. We started with the classic fries and mayo and then moved swiftly along to candy. Things rock my world. Wow. So these are coubertons. So little gummy hat or nose. Sticking to our classic Belgian theme, we tried 2 beer flights at different breweries.
This one of my favorite pictures that I've taken right now.
So happy with. For dinner, I went with the white asparagus, and then for some reason decided to sing Jake's order. Beef stew in the fridge with the mayo too. Okay, good night. Cut to the next morning, and we headed from Bruges to Antwerp.
Hi, MTV Cribs. We just checked into our hotel in Antwerp, Belgium. It's very nice.
Show them the best part. Show them the best part.
The best part? I think Gina's referring to the bathroom. She's a big fan of toilets, and so this one shouldn't be plugged for her. But I think she also likes the washing machine.
Woo, baby!
Very nice, very nice, very nice. It's a little stinks a little because Gina already visited it, but she ran it without water, so that's fun.
Oh shit! Was that water to that?
Yep.
Cut the clip. Cut the clip. Are there the clarinet on a horse? Oh, that's a move. You know what is also a move? Fries, baby. Okay, sorry. So anyways, after that, we explored Antwerp a little bit. They have a massive cathedral. I don't know how you're supposed to get this all in the frame. This church is mega. In addition to having the tallest church in Belgium, they also have a lot of bachelorette and bachelor parties in Antwerp, such as the one we saw here. We also had fun walking around the port areas in Antwerp. The port, I believe, is the 2nd largest in Europe after Rotterdam, which we go to in our next stage of the honeymoon when we visit the Netherlands. For dinner that night, we went to the grocery store and got a pizza. We were pumped because our hotel room had an oven and our place in Paris doesn't, so we took advantage of that. The next morning, it was a little bit rainy, but we took a walk through a park on our way to De Koning Brewery. We did a brewery tour there, and it was super fun and really interactive. I actually learned a lot about not only how beer is made, but the different kinds of glasses that beer is served in, and kind of the history of the brewery in Belgium too. So really interesting. 10 out of 10 recommend that. The only people in the spaghetti restaurant.
Bibs on.
After we carb loaded for being soccer spectators, we headed to the soccer stadium. Royal Antwerp was playing, and we snagged tickets in the standing room section, which was really fun and also really rowdy. It was an Antwerp win, and unlike American sports, they served beer all the way through to the end of the game and then even after. I did end up getting a beer spilled on me, and then the subway ride home was crazy. People were like cheering and pounding on the walls and the windows, but yes, it was super fun. We love going to soccer games. Get in, loser. We're going to Brussels. The next day was super special because we'd gone to Brussels when we went to France in 2021, and we took a day trip down to Brussels kind of last minute when we were in Antwerp. So we did all of our favorite things from our last trip. We went to the Wolf Food Hall where we had the most amazing lunch.
We're back, baby.
We walked around and explored some of our favorite spots that we'd been before. And we sat and had beer at Delirium again, which was super fun. For dinner, we also were repeat customers at a place that we visited in 2021. I had the exact same thing. I had some endives, and Jake had his Flemish stew. So same order as last time, and it was amazing and perfect. We also went back to Wolf because one of our favorite stands there does an amazing dessert. This was such a fun day, and it was so special to be back, especially because we enjoyed it so much in 2021 and definitely didn't plan on getting the chance to return so soon. So it was super special to get to incorporate that into our honeymoon. On our last day in Antwerp, we took these long wooden escalators down underneath the river. They have this tunnel connecting one side of the river with the other, and you can just walk completely underneath it. It was super rainy, so we weren't outside for long, but we did take in some of the views of the skyline.
We have to buy Gina new shoes because she decided to swim in these ones.
It's not that wet.
It's not that wet.
When we got back to the other side of the river, we also went to the MAS, Museum and de Stroom. That pronunciation was probably really bad, but anyways, we did not actually go look at the museum, but there is an overlook at the top that is free to go to. So it's 10 stories up. The overlook of the city was beautiful, even though it was like whipping wind and super rainy when we were up there. And then maybe one of my favorite parts of being in Antwerp was this brewery that we stumbled upon that was really close to the MAS. It was pouring rain. They put a fire right next to us, and then there were dogs playing, and it was super fun. Yeah, beautiful. Vibes were immaculate. We played cards. I won. What more can you ask for? Anyways, that's a wrap on the first honeymoon video of Belgium. Thanks for watching, and see you in the Netherlands.